Welcome everybody to the SoCal Scene. I'm Alison Martino. The stretch of Sunset Boulevard known as the Sunset Strip is less than 2 miles long, but its reach as an iconic Los Angeles destination is worldwide. From its early days of speakeasies and clubs to the rock and roll mecca it became in the 60s and 70s. The Sunset Strip is constantly evolving. I recently visited some of those iconic spots that are rich in history and are keeping the past alive. It's the most famous stretch of one of the most celebrated boulevards in America, the Sunset Strip. Today from the air, you can see how the 1.5-mile street winds its way through West Hollywood. But back in the late 1800s, it was still just farmland. Later, it evolved into a wild nightlife scene because the unincorporated Sunset Strip was loosely regulated. There was gambling and gangsters and backroom speakeasies during Prohibition. Then it changed again, evolving into the music, food, and cultural hub that continues today. In the 1960s, the music club exploded with discotheques like the Whiskey A Go-Go, Pandora's Box, and later the Roxy Theater. The Sunset Strip is changing drastically, but this is one of the more historical parts of the Strip. If you're into musical history and rock and roll, this is where you want to be. It hasn't changed within 50 and 60 years. The Rainbow, the Roxy, and the Whiskey A Go-Go. The father and son team that today own the Rainbow Bar and Grill are both named Michael Maglieri. Their father and grandfather, Mario, was the founder.
The Sunset Strip overall has changed a lot, but I feel like we try to keep it how we were originally, and along this strip from here kind of down to the Viper Room, it's kind of the same old strip, but everywhere else has changed around us.
The Rainbow Bar and Grill is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. It was once the Villanova restaurant where Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe had their first blind date in 1952. Today, the Rainbow still is a hotspot hangout for musicians, and it's filled with amazing memorabilia. Take the time to explore every inch of the main room. Such incredible history on the walls. The building itself is a landmark. Be sure to go upstairs and see the Vampire's Lair, a superstar drinking club in the 1970s. Tell me who hung out up here.
Well, that was the Vampire's Lair posse, which was like Alice Cooper, Ringo Starr, Mickey Dolenz. They had their own little like private club up here, Harry Nilsson. And then it goes back to Bugsy Siegel and before that.
And don't miss the life-size statue of Lemmy of Motorhead fame. He was a regular at the bar until he died in 2015. Yes, 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 my favorite pizza, thank you, thank you. And you know what, I love this pizza so much. The food here is great. You must try the pizza and the legendary chicken soup. Yes, the chicken soup is amazing. It's a recipe from Scarlett, who is the wife of founder Mario Maglieri, and it's not to be missed. Another iconic food location is an old Pacific Railroad car that sits on the only tracks on the Sunset Strip. In a city filled with hot dog stands, why not get a hot dog on the Sunset Strip in a vintage train? John Wolfe founded Carney's in 1975. Today, it's still a family-owned business.
My dad brought a vintage trade in. This was bought from a private owner in the Mojave Desert and was trucked here. So it came, it blocked the entire street. People were late to work. It was quite the scene.
Carney specialized in hot dogs, hamburgers, and great chili. Famed LA Times food critic Jonathan Gold once put it on his list of 99 essential Los Angeles restaurants. Let's see. Carney's is an express train to great food, and it's an easy stop right here on the Sunset Strip. After you eat, I suggest you feed your soul at 2 iconic Sunset Strip spots. Book Soup has been a cultural fixture here since 1975. It has over 60,000 titles under its roof. Daniel Graham is a promotional director for Book Soup. Tell me about some of the other incredible things you sell here other than books.
We've sort of diversified the collection in years. That's a way to kind of stay in business. A lot of stores are doing it. We sell a lot of reissued vinyl. We have a pretty big selection of that now as well, and we do a lot of like candles, cards. We sell a lot of journals here as well. And then as it gets closer to the holidays, calendars and Christmas gift type items.
You know, so you can browse and see more than just books.
Yes, something you came in for and something you didn't know you needed.
Yeah. So instead of clicking online, stop by for an old school in-person browse. There's something here for everyone. Your visit to the iconic Sunset Strip is not complete until you visit the Morrison Hotel Gallery at the Sunset Marquee, a few steps off the Strip. Here you'll see the best in fine art, music, photography.
You know, we were walking around the farm in the morning.
If you're lucky, you'll run into photographer Henry Diltz. He's partner at the gallery who shot over 250 album covers, including this one for CSN.
This old house with the couch sitting right there. They saw the pictures when I took them and said, that'd make a good cover, but we're backwards. We've decided to call ourselves Crosby, Stills, and Nash, but this is Nash, Stills, and Crosby.
They're out of order.
I said, hey, we'll go back and retake it. It'll take 5 minutes. A couple days later, we went back, and there was no house.
Oh, come on. Henry's career spans more than 60 years, and he's seen a lot of change on the Sunset Strip. Do you think there's still a mystique to Sunset Strip that...
Well, you know, it's still California, the kind of the free living spirit of California. I mean, these old clubs, which in the 70s became our music clubs, were clubs that Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin used to go to, you know, and then we kind of took it over as the hippie generation, and now it's a whole new generation of people. It's a great place to come.
Each of those locations are a great way to explore vintage LA. For more information, you can visit their websites. The SoCal Scene will be right back. Stay with us.